And we are live, guys. What's going on, Clyde? How you doing today, man?
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
Nice. Feeling better every day?
Yep. Every day it's just feeling just a touch better.
Nice, nice. What watch you wearing today?
Well, I just woke up, so right now I'm watch naked.
Oh, yeah. I've been awake, of course. I couldn't go to sleep. I was too tired to sleep, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I'm wearing that Smiths right now. I wore the G-Shock to work last night, of course, but I'm wearing that Smiths that George loaned out to me. Like I said, I got a pretty good video idea for it. What's going on, Bruce? You want me to you want me to send you a link, Bruce? I can send you a link if you want to join us for the chat.
I
Because
love
I have
Bruce.
his say what?
Oh, I am. I forgot to tell Bruce about this one. I did
Yeah,
pick up the
I'll,
watch.
nice. The one you told me about. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It's actually I threw it up as my icon right now, or my avatar.
Okay.
It's a Young Hands chronograph, pre-bund referred to, and early 50s.
Nice. And that's one you don't see when you showed me earlier. Like I said yesterday, when you showed me, that's one you don't see. You hear a lot of vintage Omega, vintage Rolex, of course, stuff like that, but you don't see a lot of vintage young hens. That's one that's kind of still under the radar for a lot of people. And you said what size is it?
Um, 37 or 38.
And that's actually pretty big for a vintage watch of that era.
Oversized for the time. Also, it's got in-house, so it's got the J88 movement, and there's only two sins when it comes to chronograph exhibition movements. Number one is to not highlight, not expose or highlight a movement that should be looked at. You'll have to. Sorry, I'm coughing up a bunch of stuff. And number two is to highlight a movement that really doesn't deserve it. And this one commits the first sin. When you've seen pictures of this J88 movement, it's just like it's of course the Germans being utilitarian. It's like we'll just throw it behind a solid case.
Yeah.
I actually wish I could see this one.
Everything with the Germans is mainly like form over function, kind of, right? Or function over form. Excuse me. The
And a
opposite.
little bit over engineered.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and one of the things you brought up, one of the things you have brought up though, is it's association, Junghans association with another watch channel, a very
Mm-hmm.
let's just okay, with TGV,
Yeah.
but they act like that's some people, but people act like that's Junghans' fault. No, it's not. That was
No,
always a
he
cool
just
watch.
yeah.
Yeah, he's the first person to say this is really fucking cool. Look at this. Hey guys, come here. Look at this. So yeah, I realize that TGV is talking about it, but um, that's not a detriment to Young Hands. That's
No,
actually
definitely not.
no, that's
Yeah, he
actually a
bought it.
positive.
He bought it to my attention. I had not heard of him until I saw the video on it a couple of years ago when I actually still watched his
Yep.
videos a lot. And I think I told you, if you remember, on my channel, which of course I just recently had the Max bill in. That's a great watch. EC Deluxe out in North Carolina, Charlotte. Shout out to them. They loaned me that watch. If you guys are looking for a newer Young Hens, by the way, not selling or anything, I don't make any money or kickback off any of them. They just kindly lend me in watches. But they are a Young Hens authorized dealer if you want to go the 80 route. But and then they also, a while back, they also loaned in that Meister driver, and that one is a really interesting looking watch. It's like based off of like a 20s or 30s, like a Mercedes, like that, like the dash from a Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting watch. But about this chronograph though. I kind of my guess, and one of the things I read that they suppose is that Junghans was trying to go after trying to go after the Type 20.
Yeah.
The contract with the French naval aviation, but it's one of those things they've just quietly this design they've kept working out multiple iterations, almost like a Speedmaster professional. Mm-hmm. So many. And here's what's hit or miss about it is that sorry, it definitely has it's basically almost a war watch. And what I mean by that though is a lot of times, especially at DHs and a lot of for both sides of the conflict, steel was in very short supply. So what they would do is they would take a base metal like brass and just nickel coat it or whatever.
What's up, Blue Shirt?
Not too much. What's going on, guys?
Not a lot, man. Just figured come on and chat for a little bit.
That's cool.
What you getting into today?
Nothing. I got work in a little while, so.
Fun. Right. I just got off work not too long ago, so.
You're winding down.
Yeah, just winding down just a little bit.
That's cool.
So, well, actually, still winding up. I told, like I was telling Clyve, I'm a little too tired to sleep, if that makes sense. So I figured once everything 9 o'clock your time to 9 a.m. I'm gonna go ahead and get some errands done that I need done.
Okay, cool.
So,
how you liking that Smiths?
I like it. Like I said, George should lend it. It's George that's been on my live streams before. We just did the collection review. Mm-hmm. But he's let it in before, and they're fun little watches. And you had mentioned the 36. You wish it was a 38. I saw your comment on there. Mm-hmm. But the 36, believe it or not, I mean, I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and the 36 fits my wrist fine. Like it wears closer to 38 or 39 almost, especially on like a NATO.
Interesting. How you doing, Rancher?
Oh, hey, Blue Shirt. That Junghans, I picked it up yesterday. I took a slightly better picture, so I sent it to you just now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, another great pickup.
Oh,
what you rocking? What you rocking? The bluesy?
No, I got my morning knock-around watch on, which is a Tracer.
Okay, nice.
That's nice. That's nice, Rancher. I like it. What year is it?
Early 50s.
Very cool.
It's
I'm really liking Bicompax chronos lately.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was mentioning earlier. You see a lot of the Omega and Rolex vintage wise, but you don't see too many people having the Junghans vintage.
Right.
And of course, but here's the thing, and this is a local pickup, and I actually think right now a local pickup is if I were to get this online, it would be in an order of magnitude more than what I paid for it locally.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm sure. What size is it? 36?
No, it's like 37 or 38.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is like I said, it's kind of big for that era for the 50s, yeah. Which is probably because of the movement, right, Clyde?
Right.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now that Tracer, Bruce, does that have tritium tubes?
It does.
Okay, I thought it did.
It's actually, I forget the name of the company, but they're the one that makes all the tritium tubes for every watch that has them, and they decided to jump into the watch game themselves. So this is their brand. I forget what the name of the company is. So it's it's a quartz. It's got an ETA quartz movement in it. So it's really it's sitting on my night table, and I just grab it in the morning, throw it on while I'm getting ready, and then move on to my daily watch.
And Cowboy Swan's got a question. He asked if you buy Smiths used or do you have to? They still make them, as far as I know. I think they make them in limited batches. It's actually a different company. Somebody bought the brand out. I think it's not the original brand, if I remember. And I think they do like limited batches. You can buy them new, but they're so hard to buy. I think they sell out almost immediately whenever they do bring out new batches. If I'm correct.
Yeah, they do. They go through. They sell it very quickly.
Because you can get them through Time Factors, but you may be able to find them on the forums if you're lucky. But a lot of people don't sell. I've noticed that.
Thanks, ID guy.
Yes, he's a big.
Yeah,
he's done some great videos on them.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. That's that YouTube tax.
He knows the owner, I believe. So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, and what I was talking to Chris about earlier is that a lot of people have an unfortunate association between Yunhans and TGV.
Right. Which is unfortunate.
Well, and here's the thing, though. It doesn't mean it's not like TGV went out and developed the watch. It's not like he squallied that motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was simply the first person to really, well, on the YouTube space to come across it and really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
that's not a detriment to Younghans. That's actually a compliment. That's a feather in the cap of TGV.
I mean, he probably sold a lot for them after he made that video, I'm sure. Probably a lot of people that weren't into him before, I'm sure probably went out and bought him after.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely hadn't really heard of them before I saw, his video about them. So,
well, I actually went out and shared the gift of horology actually yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Well, my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
you know the story about how she trick fucked me / strong armed me into the ambulance and made me go.
Thank goodness.
What I did is I've got like a vintage Waltham.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a porcelain. It's got a porcelain dial with a pulsometer on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of explained briefly the history of the watch, and I gave that to her since she's a nurse anyway.
Nice, very nice. That's cool.
It actually kind of is very much. And basically,
you don't see a lot of watches with pulsation dials, so that's cool.
Nope. And the reason why I still have a pulse is probably due to her.
Right. I was gonna say, I was thinking along those lines too, but I didn't want to say. But yes.
Oh yeah,
that's
very
cool.
much.
Yeah,
cool.
that's definitely cool.
So, but and of course, the thing is though, you especially like here in the flyover states, go beat the bushes, go online, go to a reputable brick and mortar dealer. Now, and I almost think that's probably, I think the experience on that is so much better than watches online at the moment. So whether you live in a large city or even here in the flyover states.
Yeah, especially in times like we are in now, the brick and mortar stores, every little bit helps. They deserve our support.
Well, it's not just, but it's and besides just helping them out, but it's also helping out the collector because it's nice to have the support. It's nice to have the people there. It's the support on the ground is just be able to try out the freaking watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and to be able to go. Oh God, because I'd love one. I'd love like oh I'd love a huge watch store like New York City, like the ones that have, just to be able to go and look at different watches,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just explore things, actually look at them, with your own eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. And try them on.
Like even a Tornado that has like all kind of different brands that they carry would be cool. Like locally.
Exactly.
But yeah, you got any watch purchases in mind for Christmas, Bruce?
No, I'm in a holding pattern.
Pretty done for a while with the
I'm
blues there.
Yeah, I'm done for a while.
Okay.
How about you? You looking at anything in particular?
Not since the Alpinist. I'm really enjoying that one too. Love that
Cool.
watch more than I thought I would. I kind of dig the green. It's a little more versatile than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you, Clyve?
What are you talking about? I bought more watches lately than the both of you guys combined.
Yeah, I know, right? You change watches like I change underwear.
No, I mean, it's just, in this case, I've always a sucker for a pretty watch face.
Mm-hmm.
That's only because watches don't have boobies.
I hear you.
God, if only they did.
And they didn't talk back, right?
Well, yeah, but they both can be expensive and high maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going shopping for one here shortly. I got her some stuff already, but of course there's always more.
It never
Design
ends.
Design ATA is with us.
Which luckily she's not high maintenance, so I lucked out there.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and I've got to call up. Yeah, one court appearance still left. I told the other side, told them what's going on. I guess they'll probably just call me, or I'll call in right before it's set at 9:30. It's a motion to enter on a domestic case, and here's the damnable thing. The other side doesn't. So motion. It's basically a motion to enter. I mean, you basically enter it on the court's trial docket, and for some reason, my state has this weird little thing. I mean, literally, if you wanted to, you could just hold that thing up almost indefinitely. You can't force if the other side doesn't show up, the judge is like, "Oh well," like what the fuck do you mean? Oh well,
right?
That's crazy.
Now, theoretically, I guess you could do a motion and order and then order the other side to show up. I don't even know if they'd do that, but in this case, it's definitely going to be put up because I'm not even supposed to be anywhere near the courthouse.
Right.
Yeah. Which technically, by law, you're not even supposed to be, right?
Yeah. Well, according to the the rules put out by the Supreme Court and the appellate courts and everything else. Unlike the rest of our state government, the courts are taking the shit seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And if they just think you've got it, they're like, yeah, no. That's really nice. I've gotten a few. I've gotten a few. Everything's taken care of. I've actually had some clerks and bits call back and say, "Dude, seriously, are you all right?" Yeah. Apparently, there's one judge I had something, and I went to the hospital, and I think I had something said the next day, and they said, "Yeah, we were thinking that was you, but we weren't quite sure."
Jason's saying, great topic. Not to change the subject, but great topic. Top 5 watches of 2020.
Ha. Well, okay. Well, the ones that were just released. Are we talking
Or
about?
of the whole year, I guess.
Are we talking available? Or are we talking about ones available new? Are we talking about you? Yeah, we could. I think we'd have to bang on the question a little bit more. Kind of. Time to get those lists out. Yeah, are we talking about the ones that we want? I mean, personally, or are we talking the ones we bought? Are we talking about ones that are available pre-owned? So, design.
Well, the new Streamliner is definitely one of them. That's for sure.
I looked at it. Okay, I'll be honest. Of course, I do have a Moser. I love my Moser. I love my Mayu small seconds. But I look at the design of the Streamliner. I'm like, meh.
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I can appreciate it for what it is. It's not the most attractive looking watch to me either, but it's definitely, I would say, one of the top watch releases of 2020.
Okay.
As I would say, the new the OP41 would be one of the top.
Okay, yeah, that
okay. I'm gonna keep track of this the old-fashioned way on my fingers. So Streamliner, OP41,
right?
I'd say Black Bay Blue.
Yeah.
I
like the Breitling Chrono, the Endurance. You know what I'm talking about? The Anti-Gucci. I like that one. I think that one's for what it is. For kind of like an everyday kind of, I guess you can consider like an everyday kind of watch. Like you don't have to worry about beating up. I think it's a great watch for the price. You can probably pick them up brand new right around $2, a little over $2 probably after discount.
But the thing is, Breitling is actually reduced. What about the Breitling Chrono? You see, I think Breitling deserves a place on the list, but to figure out which one is the difficult one, because the Chronomat, the Chronomat with the bullet bracelet.
Right, that's what I was just about to say. The Chronomat with the new Chronomat with the bullet bracelet.
Okay,
my vote for Breitling.
So sorry, Chris, that's 2-1. So that's the fourth one. Rob, that's because real men wake up early because we have shit to do.
Usually I would still be asleep by now, but like I said, I'm kind of too tired to sleep right now, so I'm going to go get some errands done here in a little bit, then maybe sleep this afternoon.
What's up, Rob?
What's going on, Rob? Six Killers asking what's your go-to beater watch, guys?
Well, I mean, I've got a bunch.
We still have one left on the.
Oh,
yeah. So we still have one left, unless we want to do two Breitlings, and to me, that's almost, Breitling's doing a lot of good stuff.
I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah, nothing really. I mean,
the Bulgari, maybe the Octo. Was that this year?
All right, I'm going to use Google. I'm cheating.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know if the Octo was this year or not, because that is a really killer watch.
I don't know. Wasn't that 2019?
Was it? Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure on.
These are our favorite 10 watches. So, okay. Panerai, a lot of people are pointing that out online. Seiko Timor Heritage Field Watch. Ooh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay, but however, okay, I change. Okay, let's change our Breitling entry. Okay, Breitling top time. Period.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. And Thomas has two also that
Silver
slip.
Snoopy.
Yeah, the Snoopy and the 321, the Ed White, that's coming out. Although it's not officially out yet, but
Okay, now which one would?
On the
Okay,
way.
so we have room for one left.
hmm
You guys, which one should it be, the Snoopy, or do you think it should be the?
I would say the Ed White.
I would
Yeah,
say too.
definitely, because Omega does too many. Because the Snoopy's kind of a limited edition, right?
Right.
Because they kind of overkill with the limited edition, which they've been a little bit better lately last year or so, I think, with the limited editions.
Good call, Thomas.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. Six Killers question earlier was, what's your favorite beater
Beaters.
watch? Mine's definitely my G-Shock, my all metal.
Okay.
Definitely mine.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple. I have this Tracer. I have a couple of G-Shocks. My Timex Q I use as a beater sometimes.
hmm
My King Turtle,
Yeah.
Seiko King Turtle. It depends.
I've been using the Hammy as a beater too, the
Mhm.
khaki.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say my phony Flieger from Wilson Watch Company is
Okay.
ranks up.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that watch.
Rob ordered a Casio Pro Track this morning. Nice. Aren't you? I think Rob's saving up for Super Ocean Heritage. I saw his video from yesterday.
Yeah,
White
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's other than that, I don't really know what to add to that list for the top 5 of 2020. I think that's a pretty good list though.
Not bad for off the top of our heads.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
or is it, I'm not saying because we're geniuses, or is it just because of the freaking virus? We've had relatively limited releases.
Probably that, and because of the virus, we don't really go out as much as we used to, and we have more time to drool over watches, probably.
Right, and because the Watches and Wonders and Bezel World are no more, the releases have been spread out over the year, as opposed to being, come out mainly at the same time.
I actually think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Peter's right, Rob. That was a great video you made yesterday, going behind the scenes, seeing how you psych yourself up when you're thinking about a new watch. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually just caught that video this morning. Definitely cool one. I kind of do the same thing he does, the same kind of thought process. I go look at different YouTube channels, see what see what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Variety of different ones just to see how it looks. Of course, like he said, Instagram is another good one.
Yep. Of course, I was going through my stuff here at the house when I was finding that. Oh, Rob was finally able to find that one with the pulse limiter dial and give it. Oh, that's right. I told you about that already.
Yep.
But I was also looking through this. I've got like a large, like military style Movado from the 50s. Oh God, it's just like, why don't I wear this watch more? And this is, and keep in mind, it is so far before the museum watch.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Jason's saying it's a good thing. Plus, the releases are a bit more detailed across watch news outlets. Sorry to interrupt, Clyve. What were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say about vintage Movado. If 50s, it's very, very similar to Patek Philippe from the same era. Well, and there's James Arthur. How goes it?
How are you, James?
Mosier. Okay, James. I think we mentioned the
Streamliner.
Yeah, we mentioned the Streamliner. And it doesn't matter. And it's one of those ones. I don't think you like it or not, though. I think it deserves a place on there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Their brand has come out like I know they've been out for a while, but they've become more popular. Like what recently this year, right?
Mosier? They've
Yeah.
gained a lot. They've gotten a lot more traction, a lot more mind share.
Do you think that Watchbox has a lot to do with that?
Well, even Fed, I think, but that's one of the things I have noticed, though, just especially on the YouTube space. All of a sudden, everyone will, it's like someone will start talking about either a reference or a brand, and then everyone will start dwelling on a little bit.
Right.
Whether it's Watchbox, whether it's Fed, whether it's that German girl with no boobies, whatever she is.
Yeah.
But their CEO did a whole bunch of he did a tour when it came out, and he did a whole bunch of interviews. So that's the best publicity right there.
Cowboy Swami is asking what are our thoughts on the Type 20 watch from Zenith. I like it.
I love it.
I saw them at AD in person. I hadn't really gotten a chance to look at one in depth. I may actually try to see if I can get one from the AD and borrow one maybe at some point.
Yeah, I keep vacillating on, eventually I'd love to add a Type 20 to my collection, whether it be a Breguet or a Zenith.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Or even a Breitling.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, I'm really biased in favor of it since I've got the original,
Yeah.
Yeah. The Signacore watch. Now that's one of those ones I don't just wind and throw on without us. Since it's 100 years old, it's like very carefully.
Yeah. Six Killers asking, what's the watch in 2020 you think will be missed the most or not gone for too long?
I'm not. No, James. James, number one. You could have joined us.
Yep.
We ran through 3 Breitlings, so.
Yeah, and that's the amazing part of it. Yeah, we decided on the top 9. Love that concave bezel. Yeah, and that was one of the ones. Can't vote for the Tudor. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
But and that's fine. But on the other hand, I think it was one of those notable releases, just for no other reason than because they just released the right design at the right time. They released it when no one else was releasing anything. So literally, the entire world was talking about that Tudor.
Right. Yeah, they really had the world stage there for a little while, for a good month.
Exactly.
And they were pretty smart, I feel like, too, because didn't they send a couple of press kits to like a bunch of the bigger YouTubers, like Adrian and all them, like when they first came out?
Well, yeah. And one of the things, though, of course, we don't know the long-term results. We don't know, even though we hope and pray the freaking vaccines work, but we still don't know ultimately how this is going to handle large events and people, want to crowd together for a few years.
Yeah.
But I almost think the smarter watch brands are almost going like what the micro route. More
social media.
More social media, exactly. And by social media, I mean they just don't send a press kit to Hodinkee.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Which Ors has done pretty good. I mean, they sent a press kit. You seen Rob that's on here got a press kit, and Bruce Williams, they both got press kits. So I think Ors is doing kind of smart by sending them like press kits for more people to see.
And they spaced it out. They waited a while, and then they released their new movement in the Aquas when they pretty much had the stage to themselves. So it was smart.
Yeah,
James, the Ed White, good choice, but they made the list.
And then James is saying the new or works. Is that how you say it? Or works.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason's saying he was considering the Rado Captain Cook. I like the look of the Captain Cook. I just think I've heard a couple people that have owned it, and they say it wears a little smaller. I think, what is it, like 37 mil?
Yeah, but they have a bigger one.
Okay.
They have a bunch of different sizes.
Well, and part of it, though, and again, was the drafting of the question. It wasn't our. The way I think it was drafted is just like the top 5 releases, the ones that received the most buzz in general. It wasn't our favorite 5 watches, or if it was, we could do something else. Top 5 watches under $5,000 that was released.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to start getting my acting gear. So thanks for the invite, Chris.
Right, Bruce. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Take it easy, Rancher.
You
Feel
too.
good.
Don't work too hard today, man.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, take it easy, guys. Good to see you.
Later, Bruce. But yeah, that's I would like to get my hands on one at some point. I believe it or not, I don't have a lot of experience with speedies. I've tried them on, like at the Omega Boutique and everything, but
Right.
I've never really had too much experience with them.
Well, and just going through and just like my favorite right now is, the 321 is the one that everyone talks about, but mine stays kind of in the bank vault. My 861, though, is the one I would throw on. I think it's patina wise, beats everything else I have really in my collection. The patina gods have smiled upon this 861.
Yeah. James said he's going to drop you an email.
You've only just heard about me, man. I've been on YouTube. Oh wait, it's because you don't watch the other channel.
Man, I hadn't even watched that other channel for, I can't remember how long. It's been a couple of weeks at least. I just stopped watching.
All right. Well, it's been a little bit over half an hour.
Yeah, you about ready to call it a day?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee and I'm gonna try to figure out what the hell. Yeah, it's just one of those things, get some wind, get some energy, and
yeah,
work and do stuff in bursts.
Sounds good. That's the same here. I still got energy now, but like I said, probably gonna go ahead. I figured while I'm up, I'm gonna go ahead and get some errands done that I need done, and finish a little bit of Christmas shopping, and probably call it a day shortly. I need to get some rest at some point. So, luckily, I'm off the next 2 nights, so it'll be good. So, hopefully, I'm glad that you're glad that you're starting to feel better, Clyde.
Yeah, actually. So, also,
right. I guess
making sure, the whole checking the O2. That's the.
Okay. I guess we'll call it a day, guys. Thanks everybody for joining in on the chat, even for a random early morning chat. Like I said, I figured we were up, or I was up. So appreciate you guys joining in. I'll catch everybody later. Thanks, Clyde.
Take care.
All right. Should be